We spoke about the importance of this game, the opportunity that was ahead of us, but the question mark was over us, what do we do against the low block, the packed out midfield, 2 up front they went with the 5 at the back, and we actually started well. Lingard probably should have scored.
Mate,
we had chances. It wasn't like it was an awful start. We started all right, then midway through the first half it kind of dropped off, and then we go 1-0 down to an awful set piece.
Yeah.
And it just took a while to get going again. Greenwood looks like he may save the day, but a big opportunity missed. Big opportunity missed.
It is. I mean, it's not the end of the world in terms of where we are in the league behind Chelsea still. It's still only 4 points. But you know what, the question, like you just said then, was the big question coming in. I said it before I came in. Can we break down a team who doesn't want to win a game? Because they didn't want to win a game. The simple tactic was, let's play rugby union football, let's play territorial, lump it long, put the ball in their half and then wait for a mistake from them. They didn't create anything other than what they stole off us in our half. It was a simple tactic. There's one weak link in our defence at the moment. I don't want to dig him out constantly, but Lindelof is just not playing well enough at the moment. He looks shaky, and they just targeted him every time.
Calvert-Lewin, you know he's gonna be a presence in the air. But even if you're not winning the first ball, those second balls, we weren't really picking those up in midfield, were we?
First half especially. Second half we got a little bit better in picking up the second ball. We won a lot more possession back, but again, then Fred was too deep with his play. He was coming too deep. He wasn't far enough. We didn't manage to get in between the lines at all today in terms of creating anything. We weren't wide enough for me. Rashford found himself coming in until he was told to put straight out on the left-hand side in the second half. That's when we started creating things, when we played with the width, because in the first half, it just wasn't there. We were just passing sideways. It just didn't look like we had an idea of how to get through them. And they defended well, Everton. They did. They defended well, and the age-old question all the way through the season again, mate. Like you said at the start, is
that the answer to that question now? In terms of we thought we might be turning the corner, build some momentum. And if we got this result today, you really are looking at turning that corner. But does that put an underline under it to say this is what we're like against teams that we have to break down? We've proved it time and time again that when the onus is on us, we struggle. And against the bigger sides who they have the ball and we can counter, that's where we're at our best. Is that just how it's going to be this season?
It's going to be, mate, isn't it? We're nearly halfway through now, and it's been like that all the way through the season, hasn't it? When a team comes who are not looking to take the game to us, it's tough, and we've always found it tough. I mean, we've managed to scrape draws in these games. It's better than defeats, you could say that's a positive, but it's a work in progress again now, isn't it? We know exactly where we're at now. I don't think anyone's coming out of here surprised. Really, are you? You're not surprised, are you? I mean, it could have been.
Your way, sorry.
It could have been any result today, win, lose or draw, and you won't come out here surprised, would you? Because you just don't know what's going to turn up in United. And there are small positives that come out of the game. I mean, to a few off players today, but I honestly thought Luke Shaw played pretty decent today. I thought he was good, apart from his mistake, which was involved in the goal. 2 attempts to clear the ball at the back, failed in both of them, led to their ball, and then Lindelof. Unfortunate, you could say, but I mean, you've got to have a little bit more about. You've got to be a little bit more aware.
Well, De Gea as well. De Gea looked like he came to try and compete with a couple of Everton players, and he didn't really come. You know, I saw Jordan Pickford come and punch the ball earlier on, and De Gea tried to come, and that's probably not his strongest part of his game, is it? Coming to punch the ball. No, that's what they said.
They played for crosses, played for dead balls, and then took what they could from them. And like you said, they were winning all the headers, they were winning all the second balls in the first half. It did change a little bit in the second half, but still wasn't fantastic, to be honest. We created nothing. It took individual brilliance from Greenwood, and I mean, what did Pickford have to do? Apart from Rashford's free kick. I remember Shaw having a shot that he parried away. Other than that, there was nothing really for him to do. We didn't create enough.
On Greenwood, a lot of people, we always talk about should he play more. This is another time where he spared our blushes, saved us, and he's been doing that in the Europa League and the Carabao Cup, but he's just done it in the Premier League. When he came on, I noticed that Rashford kind of went behind the strikers into the number 10 position.
Yeah.
Could we look at that? James went out to the left, Greenwood on the right, Martial up top.
I still want Rashford down the left, to be honest. It's where he's always been more dangerous. Greenwood's definitely a 9. It's 100%. He's the one.
Should you play instead of Martial?
Not really, because even Martial wasn't fantastic today. His touch and some of the things he did in his hold-up play was good. Martial, I mean, going back to what Ricky said the other night, he talked about Martial playing off Greenwood with Rashford on the left in a new style of formation. But like I said to you just a minute ago, Dad, sometimes we need another option. Our goal came from a long ball, mate, up to Maguire. So maybe the squad isn't good enough to mix it up. We've got a lot of players who are very, very similar, and the style of play and the way we go. Sometimes it just takes something different, a long ball or a target man, just to come and work off him, pick up pieces. But When's the last time we scored an header, mate? You know what I mean? It's something we have to do something a little bit different. We just haven't got the squad to do it at the moment. That's the problem. We're just not completely there. And January may change it, it may not. But to be honest, I can't see anyone coming in January still myself. There's talk of Haaland coming in. Is he a different type of striker? Are you going to drop any of that front three right now for him? That's the age-old question again, isn't it? Are you going to upset them front three? I mean, they weren't great today. Our front line, was there? It didn't create enough, and to be honest, the movement was lacking as well today for me.
Going forward, Watford away next. You win there, you're kind of back on trying to build some momentum. But, you know, their first home game, Nigel Pearson, he's a tough manager, same scenario. They're going to look at that, how Everton played, and go, and not just them, a lot of teams will look at how Everton played and, you know how to get the worst out of Manchester United. Do you fear for that game, or do you think we can go there, get the 3 points, and then start to build momentum again?
It's roulette every single game. United, Watford should have beat Liverpool yesterday. So, you know what I mean, they're going playing that. It's their first game, Nigel Pearson at home. Fearing it, mate. United can surprise you though. You know, we just don't know what results coming. It's just a look. It could be anything. It's a lucky dip coming in watching United at the moment. Which team's going to turn up? If they go at us, then we'll beat them. Simple as. We'll just tear them to pieces. But if they play clever, then we could be in trouble again against Watford. But look at what's happening. You look Chelsea getting beat by Bournemouth, and Watford should have beat Liverpool. Leicester at home to Norwich. It's just. No one knows it's only Liverpool who are streets ahead of everyone else. Everyone else is losing to everyone. I mean, how many players have Bournemouth missing? They still beat Chelsea. I know it's Norwich at home. I mean, anything can happen right now. So, honestly, I don't know where it's going. I can't put a finger on it. We're just going to have to ride out the season, and then it needs strengthening the squad. The squad, to me, nothing. What could he have done actually different today? He doesn't have the squad to really mix it up that much. I mean, Matic probably came on a little bit too late. He maybe could have done more in that central role, maybe dug out a pass, but other than that, there wasn't much on the bench to change that for him today.
Nice one, Adam. Cheers, man. Nice one. Cheers. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.